Alrighty guys, and welcome back to a brand new video, and today we are rebuilding the New England Patriots after losing in the Super Bowl to the Seattle Seahawks. So obviously this was a great season from the New England Patriots. They didn't make the playoffs last year. They were actually really bad last year. They built it all the way up to this season, made it all the way to the Super Bowl. We have to consider this season a success for the New England Patriots, even though they couldn't get it done against the Seattle Seahawks. We have to consider this a success for the Patriots, obviously. What a season from Drake May. What a season from this Patriots team. Mike Vrabel, led this team all the way up into a contender. And I expect them to be contending in Super Bowls for many, many years to come. Shout out to the Seattle Seahawks for getting it done, though, like we said. But let's see if anybody retired for this Patriots team really quickly. So Morgan Moses and Mac Hollins both call it a quits. They're both going to be retiring, which Matt Collins, by the way, was also great for the Patriots this year. I mean, I know he was good as a Bills fan, but I said, really good season from the Patriots. We'll continue to build off what they're trying to do here. But heading into re-signing stage, we have $60 million in cap space to work with, $61 million. So obviously, this is a no-brainer. Christian Gonzalez, fifth-year option. Christian Gonzalez is one of the best corners, if not the best corner in the NFL, especially after that Super Bowl performance here. He has some great defensive plays, and he's just a great cornerback, man. He deserves an extension this offseason. Highest paid corner in the NFL. Although, like the rest of these guys, like we could let most of these guys go, honestly, which I think we honestly should do 100%. We could re-sign Kalavon. He has an interest to come back to the team, so he'll go ahead and stick around. And then, Jalen Hawkins was a starter for the team, but he has no interest in coming back. So I was going to move on from him at this point. And then, we'll probably get some new safeties in the building also. So let's simulate to free agency. Don't have that much money, obviously. This team has been really active in free agency last year. I expect maybe some of the same things this year as well, but we'll see. So heading into the free agency is how your team is looking like. So we got Drake May. He's all the way up to a 96, 95 overall superstar X factor. And obviously he was literally, I believe, a 70-something overall at the beginning of this game. So he improved heavily. Javion Henderson obviously will be and should be the future running back of this team. Stephon Diggs, a lot of stuff going on wrong with him right now, but expect to keep him. This team could use another receiver. I do know that, though. But me personally, I think their receivers actually played pretty good this season. I don't know. That's just me. Now, this offensive line 100% needs some work, man. That was one of the reasons why they, couldn't really do much offensively in the Super Bowl at all. Their defense was really good, but their offense, man, Will Campbell was not great in the Super Bowl. I heard things like he wasn't even good all season for them, but obviously we'll still probably keep him. Wilson. But this offensive line definitely does need some work. There are some bright spots on it, but I definitely do want to improve this. Got Hunter Henry. And defensively, obviously, we got Craig Woodson. We might need a new free safety, as we all know. Edge rusher could be a problem. But, we have a really good corner room of Gonzalez, Carlton Davis, and Marcus Jones. This team is already set up pretty well. Might not have to do much in free agency, I'm not going to lie. Heading into free agency, I'm only offering two guys here. I'm trying to go after Jaquan Brisker. He's the best safety in free agency, and he has a lot of interest in coming here, so I would love to get him. We're on the top of his list. I'm also trying to get Colton here. He'll be just, a short-term starter at right tackle, so we're going to see if we can land both of them. And we are going to get Brisker, and we are going to get Colton. There was George Pickens had interest in us, but he went to the Seahawks. That's crazy. Him and JSN, bro, oh my goodness. But, we added, like I said, we could have went after Pickens, but I feel we didn't really need somebody like him at the moment. And they definitely could go after him in real life. He got franchise tagged in real life, actually, so this really wouldn't even happen anyway. So never mind on that. And then there was some other guys, a lot of guys interested. Instead of signing, we could have went after Nick Cross instead, and if we wanted to go after him instead of Brisker. But I like Brisker. He was an expensive safety, but I feel it was worth to add him. I'll probably move him over to free safety or like Woodson and free safety. We'll have to figure that out in just a second. Craig Woodson, he is, how old is he again? Oh, he was just a rookie this season. So he could be the long-term starting safety duo option next to Jaquan Brisker. So just like that, we might have our safety room fill it out for the rest of the video. He's going to stay 80 overall free safety. So we'll leave that the exact same. And then I'm not going to sign any other free agents. I like our defensive attack room with Melvin Williams, Christian Barmore, and Jordan Farmer. I think in the draft, we probably attack edge rusher, and then offensively might add another receiver to the building if we think that's worth to do, and then potentially maybe add a left guard or a center. But I think adding Colton honestly makes his O line better. So there's not much starters we need to fill. Honestly, I feel like safety was the big thing we need to fill him off. Oh, I did not mean to send him next season. I meant to send to the draft. Hopefully, he didn't accidentally skip the draft. That might have been my bad. Oh no, hopefully he didn't. Hopefully, I canceled the auto sim in time. We're about to see right now, and I did. Okay. We're just gonna go to the draft now. I think with this pick, it's going to be TJ Parker with my first round pick. So you can immediately start at edge rusher first. I like what we have in Anthony Jennings, but getting TJ Parker would be really good. He's ranked number 78 draft after maybe a little bit of a reach, but I still like that pick. He should be our long term edge rusher next to Harold Landry. So we'll take that. I'm going to be drafting some offensive line help for Drake. And I'm going to be drafting a left guard. I'm going to be drafting Chase. He looks pretty good. His ratings, I'm going to be ranked number 95, draft at 63. Now, I assume they're going to give Jared Wilson another chance, but you never know, man. Don't remember if we need a will linebacker, but I'm going to go and select Harold Perkins Jr. He's going to be ranked number 112, draft at 95. He will be hidden dev, so we could start right away, but I consider this a pretty good draft. We drafted all hidden dev players. I consider this a great offseason as well, where, like I said, improving of what the Patriots are doing. I expect us to be a playoff team once again this season. We're an 85 overall team across the board here. I mean, we'll see. Obviously, talk a lot about the Patriots and how they had an easy schedule. You know, part of that might be true, but they did it win the games. At least some teams didn't. But heading into the season, they want to start Chase over Wilson, which I guess we can do that. They drafted me a backup tight end, Oscar Delp, so I'll take that 100% here. But offensively, mainly looks the same. Still, we're having a new left guard start, and then I guess we have a new fullback starting. You know, tight end, fullback, whatever. Drake May, Travion Henderson, Ramondre Stevenson, Stephon Diggs, Kayshon Boutte, Demario Douglas, Kyle Williams. So basically the same receiving core, just no Mac Hollins in it. Defensively, we obviously added Jaquan Brisker to the building. I'm going to start TJ Parker over Jennings, and then we got Harold Perkins starting out Wells. I guess we did need a will linebacker, actually. And then that's mainly it. They didn't have to do much. Team was already set up pretty well, in my opinion. Specialist slot cornerback will be Marcus Jones. Slot receiver is going to be Stephon Diggs. I think I will go ahead and keep the Patriots offense and defensive playbook this season. You know, I really want to see how this team does without any playbook changes. I think we could be a playoff team. I think we will be a playoff team, but we'll see. Schedule probably a lot harder this year. I'll see y'all at the end of the season. We did, in fact, make the playoffs, not 14, 13 wins. We actually went 10-7. At least we made it in, right? So we finished off not winning the AFC East. That went back to the Bills. But, we still made the playoffs without winning the AFC East, which was really good. Offensively, finished off 19th in the NFL, okay? Defensively, on the other hand, we were 25. So maybe we do need a playbook change. Although Drake May was really good this year, 3,789 yards, 30 touchdowns, 7 picks, rushing 900 yards, 8 touchdowns from Travion Henderson. Stephon Diggs, we had no 1,000-yard receiver, which, kind of does suck, I guess. But I guess the Patriots playbook isn't the best playbook. We still made the playoffs, though. Sacks-wise, we had about 12.5 from Mel Williams, 11.5 from TJ Parker, so he was good right away. 10 from Larry Landry, 3 from Harold Perkins, 3 from Spillane, 3 from Christian Barmore. Interceptions, we have 5 from Carlton Davis, 1 from Perkins, 1 from Mapu, 1 from Craig Wilson, and 1 from Christian Gonzalez. So can't be mad at this by any means. But in the walk around, we do have the Cincinnati Bengals. So playing Joe Burrow, this will be tough. We'll see if we can get it done. All right, so in the wild card round, we got the Bengals. Like I said, we're playing in Cincinnati as well. So, this will be tough. But we're going to go ahead and go up 7-0. We're going to get a pick from Splain. We're going to go 14-0. They're going to spawn out the touchdown. Okay, so they will tie the game up 14-14 tonight. I'll be honest, bro. How do we go down 21-14 after literally just being a 14-0? What happened that fast, bro? We could have at least matched the points. Like that's disappointing, bro. That's not good at all. Not great from our off defense. Not gonna lie, the defense. It is Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Chase Higgins. They have a lot of offensive talent, But the fact that we allowed that is just crazy, man. We're just up 14-0. Now we're down. We'll just allow 21 points straight, bro. We might as well take a shot one-on-one with Kayshawn Booty. Is that overthrown? Okay. I didn't love that throw. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it was a little too overthrown, but I don't know. I guess it made it there. All right. I haven't been using Henderson. I'm not gonna lie, but we're gonna hit Booty on this comeback route. He's gonna catch it inbound. So you love to see it, and just like that, we don't really have time to run the ball, honestly. So I think I'm gonna continue to put this ball in the air. I'm looking at Hunter Henry or Square, but Henry looks like he's gonna be there. He is. Can he get inside the touchdown? Cannot. I've seen that foot go out of bounds. All right, well, it's like that. We're kind of just, walking them down right now. All we do is go ahead and just get inside this end zone with Travion Henderson, and just like that, we're going to score. So we give them 51 seconds, but they have 3 timeouts. I don't expect them to score a touchdown. They might get a field goal, though. No, they don't, actually. So good defense from our team. Going to force 2 stops in a row. We're going to go up 28 to, okay, it's tied 28-28 now. What are we going to do? We're going to go up 31-28. We're going to win the game. What a win from our team. I hopped in and got ourselves, a needed touchdown. I'm not going to lie. We're going to win 38-28, and just like that, we are going to the divisional round. All right, and just like that, we got a really, really fun matchup here in the Highmark Stadium, which I guess it'll be a different stadium now, but is it still going to be called Highmark Stadium? Don't really know, but just like that, we're in Buffalo, and we got the Buffalo Bills, a division rival matchup. I really wish this was the matchup in the AFC Championship game as a Bills fan. We lost, but we're going to start off 7-0, and we're going to get a stop on defense after a missed field goal by the Bills. We're up 10-0. They're going to get a touchdown right before half, okay? We're going to get a stop heading out of halftime, and so far, we're going to go, okay, 17-14 now, and we're going to have to, okay, 24-14. Man, I'm glad they're responding really quickly, but the game's over. Now we're going to win 24-21, and just like that, we are going to the AFC Championship game. All right, and just like that, the Chiefs are back. Mahomes is healthy. We got the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. We can go back to the Super Bowl here, or the Chiefs can go back, give Mahomes his 4th ring at this point. Pretty sure, but all right, need to start off hot here, and so far it's been a nice defensive start. We're gonna go up 7-0. There we go. They're gonna respond with the field goal. They are. We're gonna get a field goal right before half. We're gonna go up 17-3. Great start so far. I mean, they're of course going to tie the game up, but a minute and 28 seconds left for a Drake May legacy drive to potentially get us in field goal range or score a touchdown and win the game. Honestly, we'll see. I'm going to hit Diggs, and he's going to hold on to it. So got to make sure we get down the field, though. Diggs at age 32, still looking to get his first Super Bowl ring, as he came really close with the New England Patriots, but maybe this is time to get it done. Like I said, get New England back in the Super Bowl here, which I'm really trying to do. We're going to hit circle, going to hit Kayshawn Booty, and just like that, about a minute left. I'm going to run hurry up offense one more time before we go ahead and decide maybe to, I don't know, call timeout. So clock is running. We have 3 timeouts, so I want to be afraid to use 100%. So, oh my goodness. All right, a lot of motioning and stuff like that, but if that is a good throw, which it is, Booty is gonna hold on, so we're not gonna get up. So I'm gonna call my first timeout. Wow. I mean, what a throw from May. I didn't honestly think that was getting there. I think we threw that while getting hit, honestly. So shout out to him, bro. But I'm gonna get the quick pass to Douglas. He's gonna get more yards out of it. I'm gonna call my. Oh, yeah, they're gonna call their timeout. Okay. They're gonna call a timeout before I did. So honestly, that's fine with me, bro. We're gonna run this ball though to Antonio Gibson, get as many yards as we can here, and we're gonna get a 2-yard gain. They're gonna call a timeout here. Gibson has -1 yards. So, but I'm gonna give this to Travion Henderson here. A first down would potentially end this game off, and oh, what a pancake! I mean, what a block that was. So, do they have any timeouts left? They do. They decided not to use it though. So they decide to use, that's fine, honestly. We'll just wait and then call the timeout. So yeah, we'll wait. We'll call the timeout. Let's do whatever we can, honestly, at that point. So we'll continue to wait. They want to save their timeout, that's fine. I guess they don't really have to call it anymore, but like 3 seconds, we'll call timeout, timeout, and just like that, we can hit this kick with Andy Borregals, and then we can head back to the Super Bowl. So Borregals are gonna ice me. Oh, that's why they saved their timeout. Smart. Okay. That is why the Chiefs saved their timeout to ice me. Of course they did. Okay. They iced the kicker, and just like that, it's going to be a lot harder to make it. But I seen it. I want to say that's in there. And Bori Gals for the win to go to the Super Bowl. The kick is up. The kick is good. And just like that, the New England Patriots are going back to the Super Bowl for the second consecutive year as we beat the Chiefs. It'd be really funny if it was the Seahawks, but we'll see who our matchup is. In the Super Bowl, here we got the New York Giants. So honestly, can the Giants make a type run the Patriots did next season? Possibly. I feel they have all the pieces to do it. Where they go up 7-3 after what is that, a 40-something yard touchdown from Stephon Diggs. So far we haven't allowed a touchdown yet. They've been playing good D so far as well. They're gonna get a touchdown there. So 14-9. We're gonna get this stop. They're gonna run the ball 4th and 13 with the Super Bowl on the line. I mean, I ain't complaining. We just won the Super Bowl. So just like that, the New England Patriots got it done 14-9. And yeah, we went Super Bowl back-to-back years. I want to see if we can make it 3 years in a row, but we'll honestly take this. And just like that, Drake May, Mike Vrabel, the Patriots won themselves another Super Bowl. The most winning franchise in NFL history. Got another one with a new quarterback, and that is Drake May. Okay, after winning this Super Bowl, we now have $82.1 million in cap space. Josh Allen won the MVP. Ben Johnson, Coach of the Year. Rasheed Rice, Offensive Player of the Year. Carson Swettinger won Defensive Player of the Year after winning Defensive Rookie of the Year. Ty Simpson of the Rams. So looks like Stafford did end up retiring. Kendrick Falk won Defensive Rookie of the Year. Mel Williams ended up winning the Super Bowl MVP. To anybody retire for our team, we did have Antonio Gibson and Darnell Johnson. But other than that, we are good. We can head straight into re-signing stage. Like I said, we'll see if we can make 3 Super Bowls in a row here. As $82 million in cap space. So Drake Mayfield odds will accept up to a 99 overall, bro. Mike, obviously, good right guard, built this team for, a while. He's gonna test free agency, which is really enough. I think we offered him enough money for him to stick around. Franchise tag might be in play. I think we might be able to let Demario Douglas go. Last, I feel like we don't really have I don't know. Henry, okay, there's some guys, I'm not gonna lie. We might be letting some of these guys go. So we can let Bradbury go. I'm gonna let Colton go. Jennings, he can go. Ellis can go. He can go. Booty. Henry, okay, so I do want Mike back. I'm not gonna lie, I do. So I'm gonna franchise tag him. I don't want to lose him. So $57 million now. I think I want Hunter Henry back as well. He's up to a superstar X Factor, so I feel like it's kind of a no-brainer to want him back as he will stick around. So Hunter Henry, welcome back. Do I want Demario Douglas and Kayshon Boutte? You really want to go after some new receivers? I think we might have to choose one. And I honestly kind of want to choose Kayshon Boutte. I mean, I feel like he's been a little better for this team. If he wants to stick around, he wants to stick around, and he is going to test free agency. Never mind. I guess we'll choose Demario Douglas instead if he wants to stick around. And he will go ahead and test free agency as well. So we're going to lose both of them probably in free agency, which is kind of disappointing. So we are losing some talent on offense, I'm not going to lie. Offensive line, receivers, that does push our team overall down a little bit, but we should be able to replace those guys. I'm not really too mad about it, honestly. But heading into the offseason free agency, this is how your team was looking last. We got Will Campbell, Chase. We don't have a center, so we need a right tackle and a center. Got Hunter Henry, Oscar Dub. That's cool. Drake May, 99 overall. Henderson. We got Diggs, Kyle Williams, and that's it. We need a receiver 2, receiver 3. So we need some receivers in the building. Defensively, we have Craig Woodson, Brisker, TJ Parker, now superstar dev, Perkins, Spillane, Laro Handry, Christian Gonzalez, Jordan Farmer, Mel Williams, Barmore. So as we have mostly every position on the defense field. So I might not even touch the defense at all. I'm not going to lie. Spillane is right now. Yeah, I'm just going to leave the defense the same, honestly. So I'm not even going to touch the defense. We're probably going to have this offseason focused on our offense 100%. Heading into free agency, I'm offering two guys, and they're both offensive lines. Trying to get Tyler Linderbaum and Brian O'Neill to come over to New England. Two great additions, and of course, we don't get none of them. Brian O'Neill might sign, though. There wasn't any receiver prospects at all that we can go after in free agency. We could probably just re-sign DeMario or Booty, but Booty honestly doesn't have any interest in coming back. So I don't even know if we'll land him, honestly. Like, we can probably trade for a receiver and draft a receiver, which I think might be the better thing we do. So yeah, Booty. I think we're gonna go ahead and probably trade and draft a receiver instead. So he's only normal dev anyway, so we can let him go. I did want Linderbaum a lot, but he ended up going to another team. And then, like I said, every other position is pretty good. Just bring in Brian O'Neill, draft the center, and then we'll be good. So Brian O'Neill, welcome. We got that going for us at least. We had our right tackle, which we desperately needed, I guess. So now we have to worry about in the draft is starting center. We'll probably have to, trade for another receiver and draft one. So yeah, we definitely have some stuff to do still. I think with my first round pick, it is going to be Cam Coleman out of Auburn. So he is going to be ranked number 7, draft mat 32. After this, we might not have to draft receiver. We'll have trade receiver. We have Diggs, Cam Coleman, and Carl Williams. I might be fine with that, honestly, but we'll see, though. We'll see. With my second round pick, I'm going to be drafting Mark Nebo Jr. here. Going to be ranked number 122 draft mass CD4. He'll be hidden depth, so he'll be a starter right away. And that is honestly going to be my draft. Now I'm going to draft my third round pick. I will see you guys at the end of the season. I want to see what Kyle Williams could do for this team. So I decided I'm not going to trade for a wide receiver. At the end of the season, we got the Buffalo Bills in week 1, Thursday Night Football. So that'll be the first game of the year. So that should be a fun one, I guess. But anyway, we were able to add Mark, the rookie. We were able to add Cam Coleman. He's an 80 overall right away. So he could be the long-term receiver one for this team. Stephon Diggs, Kyle Williams, Drake May, Travion Henderson. Defensively, we have Harold Perkins, Robert Spillane, Harold Landry, Woodson, Brisker. They added a backup free safety, Schular. We got Sil Gonzalez, Carlton Davis, Marcus Jones. We got Mel Williams, Barmore, Farmer, and they added another defensive tackle to the draft. Slot receiver will be Diggs. Slot cornerback will once again be Marcus Jones. And I'm going to change the offensive defensive playbook to be even better. We have nothing more to lose. Like I said, we already won the Super Bowl in this video, so we might as well change it, right? So we're going to change. So defensive scheme will stay the same. I'm going to change it to the Bengals playbook. I want to see this team at full potential. Mess around a little bit. The Bengals playbook is the best playbook in Madden, so we're going to roll with this. Then we can honestly might as well change the defensive playbook too. I remember the offense and the defense honestly not even being that good this year. So maybe it was for a good thing. Although we did win the Super Bowl, I'm gonna run a base 3. I'm gonna run Mike Tomlin's defensive playbook. That usually works for the Steelers, even though Mike Tomlin isn't there anymore. So I guess it'd be Mike McCarthy's playbook. But with that being said, I will see y'all at the end of the season. All right, we're at the end of this season and we finish off 12-5. So we either missed the playoffs with a 12-5 record, which would be crazy, but I don't think happened. But most likely we won the division and the whole AFC with 12-5. So you love to see that. As you can see, Drake May number 1 in passing yards, Diggs number 1 in receiving yards, so he's back in his prime. Offensively, we're number 1 in the NFL, so yeah, it's the Bengals playbook for you. Defensively improved to 11. Drake May, 5,480 yards, 40 touchdowns, 10 picks. Unfortunately, running backs aren't really involved in the Bengals playbook. Receiving, though, Stephon Diggs, the best year of his career, I'm pretty sure. 1,762 yards, 18 touchdowns, 1,192 yards from Cam Coleman with 5 touchdowns, 1,000 yards and 4 touchdowns from Kyle Williams, 700 from Hunter Henry, 500 from Travion Henderson. Defensively, sacks-wise, we had about 50 from DJ Parker. What a draft pick he ended up being. 12 from Mel Williams. He's been great. Harold Landry with 11.5, 6 from Perkins, 6 from Varmore. Interceptions, we had 3 from Davis, 3 from Jones, 2 from Gonzalez, 1 from Perkins, 1 from Tavia, 1 from Brisker, 1 from Schuler, and 1 from Craig Woodson. And just like that, we won't be playing in the walk-around, so we're going to head straight into the division round. All right, and just like that, in the division round, we got a rematch of the AFC Championship game this year, with that being the Patriots versus the Broncos. So we're going to start off here 7-7. Okay, heading into the second quarter, we're going to get a stop on defense. We're going to go 14-7. They're going to respond right before half, as we're going to get the ball heading out of halftime. We're gonna get a field goal, and in the fourth quarter, we're gonna get a stop. We're up 17-14 right now. We're going to get a fumble recovered by Harold Landry III, and that'll do it. Just like that, we are going to the AFC Championship game, and the Patriots are one game away from potentially going to the Super Bowl for the third time in a row and, winning the Super Bowl for the second time in a row. But we'll see. Still have one more game left before we get there. All right, we're in the AFC Championship game against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and finally, once again, we get a game in New England. We obviously haven't got a game in New England all last year. We're getting the games this year because we won the division. Also, while I'm recording this video, the Raiders have agreed with Seahawks offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak to officially be their head coach. We all know what's happening, but now it is official. We'll see what Kubiak does with Fernando Mendoza, but so far, not the best start as we're going to throw a pick, and we have not been playing good. We haven't scored yet. We're only down 6-0 at half, so we need to put up some points soon as we're now down 9-0, and we're going to finally score a touchdown. 3 minutes left. What are we going to do? Going to get a safety and lose the game. Okay, so not how you love to end that one, but not too matter, honestly. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Feel free to like and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. We at least got one in this video, so we'll honestly take that. Got to the AFC Championship game. How did that game end, by the way? Because that was a really, really weird game, not going to lie. We actually just get a safety, bro. I gotta see. We lost to Malik Willis, which is interesting. Obviously, he's a good quarterback. I'll give it to him, but I gotta see what really happened, bro. So we gotta view the highlights. Always click the wrong thing. So, all right. So what happened to us, bro? What actually happened to us? So, we okay. So we scored with Cam Coleman. Looks like we never. Oh, we did get the ball back. -3 yard. Wait, what? Wait. Okay. So -3 yard rush. Javion, how do we score in a negative? Wait. I'm guessing this. Okay, this was the safety when we got the -3 yarder, and then, dude, I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. Like, I really don't know. Either way, it looks like we got a safety and we lost the game. Without that safety, we probably likely win it, but that's how it's gonna end. Have a great day or night, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. With probably a Seattle Seahawks rebuild to end this. These offseason Madden rebuilds off.